Hi Flosstube, I'm Annie and I am the Proper Stitcher and welcome to episode number 36. This is a channel where I like to talk about cross stitch and quilting and hopefully give you some inspiration to fully finish your projects. What I have found through meeting friends along the way through my cross stitch journey is a lot of people do not fully finish their cross stitch pieces because they worry about them being perfect. Once you take that fear out of being perfect, your cross stitch pieces will come together nicely and beautifully, and you can enjoy them in your home or give them as gifts. So welcome to my channel. If you are returning, thank you so much for your continued support, for all of your comments. And if you are new to my channel, please subscribe and ring the bell. When you subscribe and ring the bell, not only does this notify you when I upload new episodes, but it also puts my video in the feed so that you can see other updates that I may post along the way. So everybody subscribe and ring the bell, and that'll hopefully help everybody find me when they need me. So let's get started today. I am so sorry I missed y'all last week. I usually film on a Thursday, but with last week being Thanksgiving, I had full intentions on recording over the weekend, but life happened, life got in the way. Thanksgiving just took a lot more out of me than expected. Then came on all of the decorating. My children were home for the weekend, out of school, of course, and I just really wanted to absorb that time with them and soak in as much family time as I could. So before I knew it, it was early this week, and I had some other things come up that I will talk to you about here in a minute, but I thought I might as well just wait till Thursday to just come back to you with fully fresh and ready for a new episode. So this is episode 36. Today is Thursday, December the 2nd. It's hard to believe it's already early December, but I am coming at you about 7 o'clock this evening. I usually film earlier in the day. Today's been another crazy day. It is one of those months, and I have always compared the month of December to like a marathon, especially if you have school-aged children. It seems like Thanksgiving hits, they go back to school, and it's like all of this stuff, whether they have parties or they have concerts or midterms or you name it. My daughter today had her senior year. They call it a chapel talk, but it was really a senior speech. And today was her day to go. And so it's a big deal in her school and lots of preparation. She's been writing this speech for months, and today was her day to deliver her speech. And of course, as a proud mom, she knocked it out of the park, but she really did a good job. And I am so glad that I was able to go and hear her speech. So we're just trying to soak up all of those senior moments with her this year that we can. So welcome back. Thank you so much for joining me. Happy holidays, Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah to those of you who celebrate. It is Hanukkah season right now. So, but I have a lot of things I want to go over with you. I want to show you some whips that I have. I have some finishes this week, just 2 small finishes. I have some whips to share with you, some haul, some giveaways, and some dates that I want you to write down because they may be something that you're interested in. So grab a pen, grab your paper, grab your beverage and your stitching, and let's just jump right into it. So I had 2 finishes this week that I want to share with you. I have been stitching on this piece this is With Thy Needle and Thread. I purchased it a few weeks ago. I just had one of those moments where I wanted to buy the older Brenda Gervais pattern. So I went to her website. It's Country Stitches Online, and I bought this pattern. And this is Peace on Earth, and it is by Brenda Gervais. And this is from 2008. And you can still get this on her website. And she had it finished into what looks like a placemat or a table runner. And she made it into a little pocket and stuffed some greenery in there. But I wanted to finish it on an upright piece. So here's my finish. This is Peace on Earth. I used the call for colors, and I stitched it on 32 count vintage country mocha, which is a color or linen I go to often for a lot of things, especially for primitive pieces. But I love this piece. It was so much fun to stitch, such a quick stitch. And I finished it on this tree that I found at Hobby Lobby. This was in their Christmas section, of course. And I think I paid maybe $4 for it. And then I had this greenery that was actually a napkin ring. And I cut the napkin ring off and glued it onto the tree. So let me show you that. And there's my glue strings. So I used a plaid Christmas fabric that I have used on some of my other pieces this season. I got the fabric at Joann's, and what I did this time is I did batting behind both of these sticky board pieces. So I'll back it up a little bit and let you know how I finished this. So I cut 2 pieces of sticky board, one for the cross stitch piece, and I always use interfacing behind my cross stitch piece when I finish it. I feel like it gives it just a little bit more of substance. It makes it a little bit more sturdy. And then I always put a piece of batting behind it because I like mine to be a little bit more puffy. So I used sticky board and interfacing, and then I hot glue it behind the sticky board. Usually with my layering piece, I call the back piece the layering piece, I do not do batting, but this time I did. I wanted both of them to be equal puffy, equal puffiness. So I did batting behind both pieces of my stitched piece. And then this is Lori Holt's Rick Rack, and I will link it below. She has it in a lot of different colors, and I highly recommend it. It is a bit of a splurge, but it comes in a nice big spool. I have it in red and white, and I'm really going to consider getting some spring colors because I like the width of it, and I like how sturdy it is, and it's easy to work with. So I used the white, and I just love how this turned out. So on the back of the piece, they had their price tag. And when I peeled the price tag off, it left a mark and a lot of residue, and I was really unhappy with it. And I kept thinking, well, you know, I'd like to kind of label my piece that I made this. So I made another sticky board piece for the back. And so all I did is I wrapped the plaid fabric that I used on the front, and I put my label on the back. And it just says handmade by Annie Turner. And these are labels that I use on my quilts. And I just put it on the back of this piece. I also did batting on the back of this just so it would be a little puffy too. So that is a very simple finish. I love this tree. I think that you can do a lot with it. You can do a lot of different sizes of cross stitch pieces to put on this tree, and you can put it anywhere. This would make a great vignette on in a hutch, on your table, on a kitchen counter, just pretty much anywhere. But I hope that that makes sense. If you have questions about how I finished it, don't hesitate to email me or leave them below. But this is Piece on Earth by Brenda Gervais, and it is an older piece. So you will go to her website, Country Stitches Online, to order that pattern. But I love it. I hope you do too. So that was one finish. Another finish I had is a stitching with a housewife's ornament, and this will go on my Christmas tree in the kitchen. And this is Holly Jolly, and it is a Dapper Doodads series. So I stitched this on Fabrics by Stephanie. It's a 28 count, I believe. I've linked it below before. I'll do it again. The color is slate, and I used all of the called for colors that Priscilla recommends in her patterns, and I just love the red. That is ribbon red, which is my favorite red for Christmas stitching. If you were looking for a red for Christmas, that is it. And then the little boots on Santa, that's English Ivy. And Holly Jolly is the lighter green. So cute. So let me tell you how I finished this. So I did the same thing as before. I did interfacing behind the stitched piece. I iron it on. And I use the interfacing that Vanna recommends in her tutorials, and I will link it below. But I get it at Joann's. So I did interfacing behind my stitched piece. Then I did a layer of batting. and glued it behind the sticky board. So what I do when I do that, because when you put the batting on the sticky board, then you don't have any more sticky for your stitched piece. So then I take my Eileen's tacky glue spray and I spritz it just slightly. And I spritz the batting and then lay the stitched piece on it. Or I put the sticky board with the batting on the stitched piece. And just a little bit of this spray will keep it in place and hold it there. And because that batting is there, it's going to protect your stitched piece as well. So then I glue with hot glue the back. So I fold it and I follow the Priscilla Blaine method from Stitching with the Housewives. She has so many tutorials, but I trim the stitched linen around it and then I fold it and glue it in the back. So on this one, I did a little sandwich. I call it like a little ice cream sandwich. So what I did is I double mounted it. So you can see right here, I did another layer of sticky board behind the stitched piece, and this is using Chelsea's checks, and it's just a black and white Chelsea's checks. And then I made a back for it with the same Chelsea's checks. And in between that layer, I still see glue strings. I did my Lori Holtz red rickrack. So that is all the way around. And it makes a cute little size. I think this is like a 4x4, 4x5 size. And then I made a red bow. I had this ribbon. I used the rickrack for the hanger. And this little peppermint, I got at Hobby Lobby, and it came on a string of these little peppermints. And it had a little hook on the top, and I cut the hook off, and I just glued it on. So this is Holly Jolly, cute little Santa. I love the mixing bowls, perfect for a kitchen piece. You can also mount this on a wooden board by Stitch Etc. That is what Priscilla did with hers. She glues up, finishes a lot of these on Stitch Etc's boards. I'll link Stitch Etc's page below as well if you would like to see some of their finishes that they have, that Priscilla has made with using their boards. So this is a lot of fun. I will put Priscilla's link below. You can go to her Etsy shop. This is a PDF download. So much fun to stitch, so quick, and so cute. So those are my two finishes this week. Let's jump into some upcoming dates that I have coming up that I would like to share with you because I don't want you to miss out on them. So I have a stitch along that I was asked to be a part of. Caterpillar Cross Stitch is a wonderful company that is based out of London, England, and they asked me if I would like to participate in their upcoming stitch along called How Does Your Garden Grow? And I made a post this evening on Instagram. I'm going to insert some pictures while I discuss this, just so you can see that this is a cute project from Caterpillar Cross Stitch. It is a mystery stitch along, and I really enjoy their pieces because they're so whimsical and so much fun and for all skill levels. But this one would be a cute spring piece for me to put on my hutch or on my bookshelves for the spring. So let me give you some dates. Okay, it's called How Does Your Garden Grow? And the pre-order begins tomorrow night at 7 p.m. London time. So between the dates of December 3rd and December 17th, my viewers get a special discount. You can have a 10% discount by using the code GARDEN, the number 10 proper for the proper stitchers. So GARDEN 10 proper, and you get 10% off of your order. These will be shipped out starting in January, and you can get accessory pieces to go along with it. But you can pre-order your kit today and enjoy a 10% discount, and you'll have it in plenty of time. And what I always say about stitch alongs is they should be fun. They should be a great way for you to connect with the cross stitch community, and they should work at your own pace. You should design or create your own rules for your stitch along. If you fall behind like I often do, that's okay. If you stitch faster than the group, that's okay too. So I hope you join us. I will be making regular posts and updates on this channel, on my blog, and on Instagram and Facebook. So go and check out Caterpillar Cross Stitch. They have an Instagram page, a website, and a Facebook page. I will link all of that information below, including the discount code that you can use if you would like to participate. I hope you do, and I hope that you use all the hashtags so I can see that you are stitching it along with us. So that is update number 1. The next one is on December 11th, I will be at the store in Johnson City. It's called Cross Stitch and Crafts, and Sandra is the owner of that shop. And she invited me to come for a stitching day. So I will be there on Saturday, December 11th from 12 to 4. If you are in the area, driving through the area, live in the area, I would love to meet you. Please come by and say hi. I, of course, am looking forward to another day of shopping in a cross-stitch store and stitching with people. So I would love to meet you if you are available. Please come by. And I will also link her shop below. I will list her address, her phone number. If you have any questions, you're welcome to give her a call. And one more update before I go into my whips. I had the wonderful pleasure and opportunity to sit down with Becca from Sambri Stitches. She has a Flosstube channel, and she interviewed me this week. That was one of the reasons why I decided not to film a Flosstube this week, because I wanted to focus my attention on my interview with Becca. We talked on Tuesday, and she is wonderful. She has a regular Flosstube, but she also does amazing interviews with other Flosstubers. And she's really wanting to bring the community together of cross-stitchers and Flosstubers and letting you have the opportunity to get to know some of these Flosstubers on a more personal level. So we sat down, we talked on Tuesday, and she did a wonderful interview. I cannot wait to see it, but she will air the interview that we had, that she had with me on December 12th, which is a Sunday. So not this weekend, but next weekend. On December the 12th, Sunday evening, I'm not sure when she'll upload it, but on Sunday, she will upload that. Please go to her Flosstube, like her, subscribe to her channel, ring the bell on her channel, and you'll get notified of when she uploads that. But she also has a regular Flosstube. That is wonderful. She and I have so much in common. I enjoyed my time sitting down to talk with her, and she has so many other amazing interviews that she has done. She's interviewed Chris Cross Stitch. She's interviewed Brenda the Cereal Starter, Finally a Farm Girl, the Bougie Stitchers. She has interviewed so many people. I know you'll enjoy all of her interviews. So go and check out Sambri Stitches, and I will link her below as well. So let's get right into my whips. So I hope you all were able to sit down and do as much cross stitching as you wanted to over the weekend, the holiday break. I did not get to stitch as much as I wanted because I had so many things going on, and then when I wasn't stitching, I was a little tired, but I did stitch a little bit. So I only brought to you to share with you today the items that I did stitch. So this is one of my new favorite starts. This is Little House Needleworks Jingle All the Way. And the reason I love this, and I mentioned this last time, I love the wreaths and I love the colors. These colors are perfect for Christmas and for winter. You can even stitch this and leave off Jingle All the Way. And this could be a beautiful winter piece that you keep out throughout the winter. I'll show you the colors. So let me show you what I've stitched first. This is my progress. I stitched down here, filled in the roof and the wreath. I am stitching this on 32 count 32 count country mocha, vintage country mocha, not vintage country. That's the other one. 32 count country mocha. I am using 2 strands over 2. So this is my start. That house is going to take a long time with all of that white, but it'll be so much fun. But these are the colors. The colors I really, really enjoy. The red is Campfire. These are all classic color works, and I am using the called for colors. So here are the colors. You have Campfire, you have Hickory Sticks, you have Thunder Cloud, Eggshell is the white, and the greens are Pine Needles, and the light green is Weeping Willow. So those are beautiful, beautiful colors. I really, really love them all together. So that is Little House Needleworks, Jingle All the Way. My other whip that I have worked on is a Blackbird Design. And this one I need to hurry up and finish it because I want it in my house before the end of the year. But this is from Home for the Holidays. This is a beautiful book. I hope that everybody has the opportunity to get this book because there are so many beautiful patterns, big and small. And this one is what I'm working on. This is called 'Tis the Season. And you have the opportunity to stitch the words in French or in English. And it says 'Tis the season to be jolly, French or English. I will not read it in French because that will be just terrible. I do not know how to speak French, but I am stitching it in French. So this is my progress. And I am stitching this on 32 count Valor by Picture This Plus. And this is stitched in all the called for silks. They are Classic Color Works Bella Swa silk. And the red for the cardinal is beautiful red. It is Poison Apple. So what I did this week is I finished the star, I finished the stick below, and I worked a little bit on the top. I did the star here, I did a leaf and some berries. So really what I need to do is finish the bottom and then I'll be done. But I love this. I love the size of it. I'm really pleased with the linen choice that I made. I bought more of this linen and it is beautiful. Valor is the color and it's a beautiful green modeling. So pretty, so soft. I like a soft linen. It just makes it easier for me to put in my hoop and to work with, and for the silk and the thread to go through. So I really am pleased with that linen choice on this one. But Home for the Holidays, and I really want to stitch this piece next. So a beautiful book, Blackbird Designs. And my next piece is my stitch along that I am co-hosting with Artie, the Vintage Stitcher. And this one is A Quaker Christmas by Bygone Stitches. And a lot of you are joining us in this stitch along. We've been doing this since June. A lot of you have finished, a lot of you are almost finished, and a lot of you are like me and you have either just started or it looks like you just started because you are as far behind as I am, or I am behind, you are not. So, because I started in June and you just started. But this is my progress. I am stitching this on 36 count Edinburgh, cream Edinburgh. So I'm using 1 strand of floss over 2 on this. So here's my progress. So when I saw you last, I was right here with this bumblebee and that bumblebee. So I have done this much since I saw you last. Not a whole lot, but still a good progress. I really am enjoying this. If I could have changed one thing on this, I probably would have used 2 strands instead of the 1. I like a full coverage. I think it looks dainty and delicate and pretty with the 1, but I really think 2 would have been, it would have popped a little bit more. But I like it. I love it. Can't wait to finish it. And it is a piece that I am enjoying. I am behind on I did not get to film my Quaker sampler update on the 25th. So I will have that episode up for you all here in a few weeks. So for those of you who are following along on my Quaker research project that I'm doing. So my last stitch along, I did not work on it that much, but I wanted to share it with you. This is the Scarlet House, and it is Floral Motif Sampler. And I am doing this stitch along with Yoke, my friend Yoke on Instagram. I will link her Instagram below. And we are stitching Floral Motif Sampler. I just absolutely am enjoying this stitch along. And I really enjoy this pattern. So here's my progress, which isn't much. But since I saw you last, I finished this and I finished my basket at the bottom of that little motif. I am stitching this on 40 count mallow, and it is a beautiful yellow linen, kind of a yellow spotted modeling linen. And I am using one strand, and I'm using all of the called for Gentle Arts floss. And they're beautiful, all these colors. So I'm using one strand over two, and I'm really enjoying this one. It's a very relaxing piece to stitch, and it's a lot of fun when you see all these different colors and shapes and motif just come to life. I just absolutely adore this piece, and I adore anything by the Scarlet House. They do a beautiful job, and I just love it. So if you would like to join us, come in anytime. A stitch along is not meant to have rules. That you can join a stitch along late. You can start it early. I mean, no rules apply. I think with any stitch along, you should just do you. Enjoy it, stitch it how you want to stitch it. So if you want to jump in after we have started, jump in after we've started and don't worry about it. It's just more of the camaraderie of stitching together and finding out about new stitching patterns or things you wouldn't have tried before. So that's what I love about stitch alongs. So let me come up with, tell you a little bit more about some other dates coming up. So I am leaving for Las Vegas this Saturday to go on a business trip with my husband. And we usually go every May. And for some reason, well, not for some reason, we've had COVID the last few years. So we haven't been able to travel to Las Vegas. The convention was canceled the last 2 Mays. So they decided, meaning the convention, they decided to postpone it and have it in December this year. So I am traveling with him to the convention, but while he's at the convention, I'm going to be doing my thing. So I am leaving Saturday and I will return on Wednesday. So I am super excited. I am going to visit Stitcher's Paradise on Monday. And I have been to Stitcher's Paradise before. It's a wonderful shop. I'm excited to go back. It's been a few years since I've been there. So I will, of course, as I always do, I will share with you photos from my trip. I will share with you photos from Stitcher's Paradise and tell you all about the shop there. So if you're ever in the area, you will want to go and check it out. It's a little bit of a distance from the strip if you stay in the casino area. It's a little bit of a drive, but it's not far. I think it's maybe 5 miles, 7 miles, an easy cab ride or an Uber, but definitely worth the trip. I mean, how can you be in an area that has a cross-stitch store and not go visit it? So that's what I'm going to do. So I will be there on Monday. If you're in the area, come by and see me. I'd love to say hi. I'll probably be there in the morning. But that is Monday. I will be at the Stitcher's Paradise, and I will be in Las Vegas next week, and will return on Wednesday. So I will see you all back on Thursday. No reason for me not to record on Thursday, but if I don't, I'll see you on Friday, definitely. But that is next week. I also intend on, when I return the following week, I will prepare for my home tour. I would love to show you some of my Christmas decorations. So I will do a holiday home tour coming up before Christmas Day, but probably not next week, but the week after. So those are 2 other announcements I wanted to make for you. So let's go over my haul. I had a little bit of haul this week, and I had some gifts. So let me do my haul first. It might kind of come to you together, haul and gifts. So I had some patterns that trickled in last week. Teresa Kogut, I saw this when I was at the Country Sampler, and thank you all so much for your wonderful comments on my trip to Wisconsin. I had so much fun, and I had fun filming that episode, and I hope that you enjoyed seeing it, but I appreciate all of your comments. But This pattern I saw the pillow finish at the Country Sampler, and I just had to have it, but they were sold out. So I ordered it. Teresa Kogut, and this one is called Primitive Santa. And I just love him. He's like a little square body Santa, and he has a snowman in his pocket. How cute is that? Just such a wonderful design by Teresa Kogut. So I got that in the mail. And then I saw this pattern when I was at Lynn's of Madison, and I fell in love with it. And it is Winter Silhouette by Imaginating. And if you go back and look at that video from last time, in my photos from Lynn's of Madison, you'll see this. I took a photo of this, and they had it stitched over one. Maybe I'll try that. I don't know. But it was so pretty done. And you see how they took out pieces from the pattern and made smalls? I always talk about that. If you see a big piece or a pattern and you don't want to stitch the whole thing, or you want to make a little gift for someone, you can always pull out a motif and stitch something smaller. You don't have to stitch the whole thing. So this is a wonderful example of that. So cute, so pretty, and so simple. So that came in the mail, and then I placed an order on JBW Designs website. Judy Whitman, my good friend Judy. I love her designs. I have several of her ornaments stitched. She's one of my favorites. I placed an order on her website. Many of you may not know that, but she has her own website, JBW Designs. You can also buy her patterns at your local Needleworks store. But some of the older patterns can still be purchased directly from her, or your local Needleworks store can order directly from her. She's very active, answers her emails every day, so don't hesitate to ask someone if you would like to get something from her. But I did place an order with her, and then she surprised me with some extra patterns. So let me show you what I got. I purchased from her Christmas bells. Love this. I just love all of her designs. And if you're not familiar with Judy and her designs, if you look at her patterns, she has little motifs within a bigger motif. So every time you stitch something, it's a little surprise waiting to happen, because it's so much fun to see those motifs come to life. I am thinking ahead to Valentine's Day, to next summer, to spring, all of those things, because I want to have some fun stitch pieces to either decorate my bookshelves or to have in my home. So this is for Valentine's Day. French Country Amour, Patriotic ABCs. I had this one at once, but gave it away, so I wanted to get it back. This is the Queen Bee. I have a lot of bee things that I'd like to use this year. This is so adorable. We know it's going to go on my tree in my kitchen. Gingerbread cookies. And this is called French Flower Carte. I thought it would be adorable as a Valentine's Day stitch. You could do so many things with this. This could be a little girl's ornament. It could be for a baby present. So many things. Or you can stitch it for Valentine's Day or for any spring theme, Mother's Day, you name it. Here's another Valentine's Day theme, French Country Love. And I love this one. This is French Country Monogram Collection, and she has used this so many different ways, but I want to do something with my initials in a monogram. So that's why I got this. And then Antique Rooster Sampler. I love roosters, and this is beautiful. I might stitch it in blue, but I might stitch it in the red. So that's, oh, and one more. Love Always Kit. This is in a plastic, I didn't want to take it out, but this beautiful heart, and it comes with the floss and the backing fabric and the pattern. So, and then she followed up with some gifts. She said these are to be used as giveaways, and I'm going to use a few of them today as giveaways. So this is Christmas Motif Sampler. So pretty. You can stitch it in green, you can stitch it in red. So many different things you can do with that. This is French Country Hobby Horse. French Country Hobby Horse. This, I think you could stitch it as a baby gift. You can stitch it as a Christmas ornament and not do it in the pink or the blue. You can just leave off the wording at the bottom and stitch it as a Christmas rocking horse. Or you can stitch it as a baby's first ornament piece. So that is French Country Horse Flower Basket. So pretty. French Country Flower Basket. French Country Umbrella. Ooh La La has the Eiffel Tower. And you can do this little scissor fob. And French Country Butterfly. So many cute designs. Thank you, Judy. I love them all. You're so sweet. My other surprise I got this week is from Goose. Denise knew that I loved this fabric, and because I had sent her a message and I said, Denise, are you going to have any vintage ladies for Christmas? And she said, I might. And so she surprised me with this bag, and I just love these little ladies. And she sent me the little book. So go to her Etsy shop. I will link her below, and I will also link JBW Designs website below. But she has these little pals that go with her bags, and this is great for holding your floss and your needle. You clip it together, and you keep it inside your bag. So Denise at Goose, she has so many choices in her shop right now. Go and check her out. But beautiful, beautiful designs and craftsmanship. So thank you so much, Denise. So moving on with my haul, I am going to try and attempt to make floss drops to send to you all, or to people who want them, or to as gifts. So I got this in the mail just before I started recording. This is a square card with my Proper Stitcher logo on it, and on the back it has a place for you to write your floss and your color. So that'll be future giveaways too. I just need to go and punch in the holes, but hopefully they work out. I've never done this before, but I know everybody is doing them, and I like this size. I thought this would be a good size for your bags. So these are some floss drops that I'm going to make, and I just ordered those from Vistaprint. Super easy, came right away. And one other box of haul, and then I have a few more gifts. I ordered from the Fat Quarter Shop. A lot of you have asked me what I use for sticky board. I use the same thing as Priscilla and Chelsea from Stitching with the Housewives. I will link it below. But this is the sticky board. I get it from Fat Quarter Shop. It is called Self-Stick Mounting Board. And they come in a lot of different sizes, but I like this better than the ones you can buy at Hobby Lobby and Joann's. It's just easier to peel the paper off. It's sturdier. I just like the quality of it better. So I'll link it below. So I ordered a couple of different sizes in that. I ordered my 10-inch backing squares, or batting squares. I use these for my Quilt As You Go. And I got a box full of these. And then I am excited about this. I got the Country Cottage Needleworks Greetings from the North Pole. I saw Finally a Farm Girl was stitching this, and I was like, I want to stitch it too. And she said, okay. So it's called Greetings from the North Pole, and I just love this. Look at Mr. and Mrs. Claus right here waving. So cute. So cute. And the Fat Quarter Shop, you can buy the floss kit. And that's what I did. So I got the pattern and the floss to go with it. I will more than likely stitch this on 32 count Vintage Country Mocha. I just think that'll be a good color. I just love that border. So cute. I'll link it below too if you want to get the floss pack. It was just so easy to click and have it in my cart, and not have to worry about going through and clicking all the colors. So it has so many pretty colors. Cherry Tomato is the red, and it is a classic Colorworks. Look at these colors. Isn't that just gorgeous? Doesn't that scream Christmas? It is cherry tomato, snowball, licorice red, and the green is mistletoe. So pretty. So that is going to be so much fun. Who knows when I'll start it? We all know I probably should not start it for a while because I have so many whips, but I am a firm believer that you stitch what you want, when you want, don't worry about anything else. So, okay, so I did get a wonderful surprise in the mail, and here is a gift I got. This came from Pat. She stitched me this adorable for my friend. This is a Brenda Gervais design, and she added the buttons for the flowers and this beautiful blue house, and she stuck some pins in there for me. So pretty. And she put this charm on the back, and it's 2021. So thank you so much, Pat. I love it. And she also stitched for me a little sleigh or sled. I will probably put this on my main tree in the kitchen, in the living room. But I love this. She also used the same charm on this. And this is such a creative way to date your pieces without having to write it or stitch it in your piece. But she put this charm on here too. So thank you so much. She put some other goodies in this box. So they were all so thoughtful and so sweet and kind. Thank you, Pat. And then one other box from a viewer. I'm not going to show you everything in this box, but this is from Caroline. She lives in Canada. She sent me a message and said, I have a lot of stash that I am not using, and I would like to share it with you and your viewers. Would you be interested? And I said, please, thank you. So this is full of patterns, floss, wool backing, material, all kinds of things. So we will have these as future giveaways, and I am just so thankful for that. So thank you so much, Caroline, for sending this to me. They came in the mail yesterday, so I'm excited to get those out to you as giveaways. So with that being said, let's go into our giveaways. So we had some giveaways from last week, and 2 weeks ago, I asked you all to answer the question, when do you start to decorate for Christmas? And so a lot of you wait until after Thanksgiving. A lot of you are middle of the month of December, and some of you had already had your Christmas up and when you start decorating for Christmas, not Thanksgiving. So thank you all so much for answering that, and I did have a good time reading through all of your comments. So let's go into who won these giveaways. Okay. So the first one was My Name is Lydia. It is a Stacy Nash book. This goes to Sharon Ann and the letter C. So Sharon Ann C. The next one is Bright Needle Dollhouse. This goes to Catherine with a K, Catherine M, the letter M. The third one is a Tra-La-La pattern. This goes to Paula Rush, Paula Rush. And number 4, it's an adorable design from Primrose Cottage. This goes to Barb Yerke, Y-E-R-K-E, Barb Yerke or Yerke. Number 5 is a JBW design, Be Joyful. This goes to Donna Guest. Donna Guest. And number 6, Emma Rose. You won the Rose and Bloom. How odd is that? I didn't even notice it. Rose and Bloom, Emma Rose. It's the little things that make me excited. So, Emma Rose, congratulations. Number 6. Number 7 goes to, this is the Primitive Hair Linen, 30 count linen. This goes to Vanessa Schilmzer, S-C-H-M-E-L-Z-E-R. Number 8 is Merry Christmas Quilting. This goes to, I'm going to have to spell it, Pam Alama Stitches, P-A-M-A-L-L-A-M-A Stitches, Pamela Ma Stitches. Pamela Ma Stitches. Okay, and the last one is a PDF download from Magnolia Nest Designs. This goes to Elizabeth Cohron, C-O-H-R-O-N. Elizabeth Cohron. Thank you all so much. Okay, so this is how it works. If I called your name, email me at theproperstitcher@gmail.com. Theproperstitcher@gmail.com is the only way to notify me of you winning a prize. When you do so, please tell me your name, your address. Please be 18 years or older so you can share your address with me and let me know what you won just as a friendly reminder so I can get that in the mail to you as quickly as possible. So do that before my next video and I will get that out to you. So again, theproperstitcher@gmail.com. I will list all of my contact information below, my email, my Facebook page, my Instagram, and my blog. But for the prizes and the giveaways, please email me your information. So let's go into this week's giveaways. And I have some really good ones for you. So this week, I would like for you to answer. Okay, so I have this is something I wanted to, and during my interview with Becca from Sambri Stitches, it just brought up the conversation of blogs. And I do have a blog. I don't talk a lot about my blog because it is a work in progress. It is up, it's active. You're welcome to go and check it out. But my New Year's resolution is to post blogs more regularly and more often. And I have found that a lot of people are not on social media. And so the blog I was hoping would be a way to connect with those of you who were not on social media. My blog is theproperstitcher.com. So the question I would like for you to answer is, what would you like to see on my blog? What kind of content would you like to see? Or if not a blog response, what questions do you have for me? I would love to answer some questions for you all next week. So feel free to ask me questions about myself, about stitching, about any of those things. Ask me questions or let me know what you would like to see on my blogs post. So here are our giveaways. So number one, this is from Brenda Gervais. It is a brand new pattern. This is her A Winter's Days Visit. So cute. You can make this into a stocking or leave off the toe and just make it a rectangular finish. So that's number one. Number two is Country Cottage Needleworks Spring Has Sprung. If you're having spring fever already, you have a pattern that you can get started on. So Country Cottage Needleworks, number two. This one is coming from Caroline, who sent us the box of goodies. This is number three from Fat Quarter Shop. This is the Cross Stitch Journal. Great way of keeping track of your cross stitch projects. That's number three. Number four is also from Caroline. And this is a cross stitch kit. This is Home Sweet Home. In this kit, I'll show you the image first. But in this kit, hasn't been open, you have your hoop, a 5-inch hoop, the printed PDF, or the printed pattern, 14 count Aida, 2 needles, DMC floss, batting for the framing, felt for the backing, hand-drawn instructions on how to finish, and it is all packaged beautifully in this cardboard envelope. That's number four. Number five, also from Caroline, thank you so much. Plum Street Sampler House 3. It says Grand Old Flag. So cute. One of my favorites. Number six, Santa's House. This is a Sandra Parlow design, X's and O's. Santa's House, also from Caroline. Number six, that was number six. And number seven is from JBW Designs. Judy, thank you so much. Christmas Motif Sampler. And number 8 from JBW Designs, French Country Hobby Horse. Number 8. So to enter to win, please do not use the word giveaway, prize, any of that. List the number 1, number 2, number 3, and so on. of what item you would like to be entered to win. You can enter to win all of them. And please answer the question, be a subscriber, and like the video. I am so thankful for all of you tuning into me every week and for your love and support. I cannot tell you how much it means to me. Please keep in mind, I have those dates coming up, December the 12th. See the interview with Sambri Stitches. I'll link that below, and some other dates that I've mentioned. And the Caterpillar Cross Stitch Stitch Along. That pre-order begins tomorrow. And remember to use the the discount code that I have. And I will be at in Las Vegas starting Saturday. Come back on next Wednesday, but I'll be at Stitcher's Paradise on Monday. And on December 11th, I will be at Cross Stitching Crafts in Johnson City. So until then, I hope you all enjoy your stitching. I hope you have a wonderful weekend. Thank you so much, and I'll see you next time.